This video was recorded with the Bandicam screen capture software. What's up, you guys? This is Matt from Flush Productions. How you guys doing today? Well, today we're going to be showing you, I'm going to be showing you how to create a YouTube logo for your YouTube channel. So basically, this is going to be the cover art. So I'm going to show you an example of what you'll be creating. It's only an example, it's not exactly it. This is my logo, but this is a little different. What I'm going to be helping you create is something like this. So it's going to look similar to this, except it's actually going to look even more flashy, if that even makes sense. So we're going to use a different font because the effects I used on this font is a little more different. And, well, they're the same effects, they just took longer. So in order for me to actually do this in a short amount of time, if I can, with Bandicam, I'm going to go ahead and do a simple font. So what you need is Photoshop CS6 or whatever version of Photoshop you have. Select File, New, and just copy down the width and height. This is the recommended. These are the recommended dimensions for a YouTube cover, because that's what YouTube says. If you actually want to upload it and you look at the recommended dimensions, these are the dimensions. And make sure that they're by pixels and not inches or anything like that. It's pixels. And make sure the resolution is at 100 pixels per inch. And make sure that the background contents are white, and press OK. Now, what we're going to do is select the text tool. Okay. Make sure that your font size is at 150. And the font itself doesn't matter, but make sure that the font size is at 150. I recommend 150 because that's just going to work better. It's going to be much bigger and easier to use. So let's just come up with some phony name. Oh, I know. Oops. Crap. Hold up. Yeah, make sure it's a black or else it's going to look weird. The Terminator. Okay. I'm going to change this a bit. Make it bold. Looks kind of cool. And kind of drag it towards the center the best you can. I think that, wait. There. I think that's good. Okay, now what you're going to do is duplicate the layer once you finish that. In order to duplicate a layer, you can either press Ctrl J or just right click and select duplicate layer. Okay, now after you duplicated the layer, right click on the layer you duplicated and select rasterize type. What this basically does is that it creates a layer of your previous text. Okay, now we're going to select the magic wand tool. This is one of the steps that I kind of ignored for my own, cover art because I thought my font couldn't really use that. Make sure that the tolerance is at 30. Anti-alias and contiguous are checked, and sample all layers is unchecked. Okay. And we're just going to click on all the empty spaces in the letters. In order to click more than one, press and hold Shift. Okay. Now what we're going to do is go to Select, Modify, and Expand by 2 pixels. Now what we're going to do is go to the Paint Bucket tool. If you can't see it, hover over the Gradient tool, right click, and select Paint Bucket tool. Don't select this because that's something different. Select this. Make sure that the foreground color is the same as your text color, and just click in one of the empty spaces, and that should do it. So once that's finished, go back to Magic Wand and unclick, or just click away, I guess. Alright, now duplicate the layers twice, so Ctrl J, Ctrl J. Okay, there you go. Now, once you've done that with the top layer, go to Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, and make sure the lightness is at 40. Now, keep in mind that didn't change everything, just changed that top layer, so we still have this. We uncheck it, we still have those. Now put this in between these two. And select the very bottom layer. I can remember this exactly. Take the bottom layer and go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And I'd normally set it at 35 pixels, but if you want to change it, you can go ahead but that's okay. I'm going to leave it at 35 and set the opacity to 80. Ugh, what happened? Crap. Okay. Yeah, I don't want that to happen again. Okay. Alright. Now take the top layer and just make a multitude of lines by selecting the rectangular marquee tool. Okay? And all you have to do is just create a multitude of lines around it. In order to select more than one line, you have to press and hold shift while you do this. And create a multitude of lines. It doesn't have to be too sophisticated. Something that looks cool. Okay. I'm going to randomize it a bit. Let go shift. Then go to select, modify, and contract. Contract by 1 pixel. Then press delete and click away. Now you have this cool little line effect. Now, once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and hold shift and select the 2 top layers. And once you've done that, go to... Oh, wait a second. Wait. Yeah. So go to... Oh, wait, no, you're supposed to copy the layers, sorry. You copy those 2 layers. So, Control J. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Okay, so then you have these 2 layers. Make sure you duplicated those both layers. Make sure they are still both selected. And what you're going to do is go to Edit, Transform, and Flip Vertical. Now, everything looks a bit strange, but that's okay. What we're going to do is press and hold Shift, and make sure that the Move tool is selected. Press and hold Shift, click and drag, and directly underneath. Now, there you go. This is supposed to be part of the reflection effect, so now what we do is take our rectangular marquee tool and sort of make a box around the bottom half, around the entire bottom half if you can. And then just select one for now. Okay, just select one for now. Make sure that this box is still there. Now right click, select feather, feather by 30 pixels, press delete, and go to the second layer and press delete to that. Now, we have the reflection, but we want to make it look more real. It's a bit too vague and too noticeable, so go ahead and set the opacity to 30 on both layers. Now, it may seem I'm doing this a bit fast because I have Bandicam and I only got 10 minutes, so there you go. Click away, and there you have it. Now, we're going to add a neat little background to it, because this looks cool. The logo is basically done, but we're going to add a cool little background to it. So, press the background layer, and your foreground color should be a bit off-white. So let's make it 96. Make sure that your background color is like a light gray, I guess. Light gray. And with your gradient tool selected, right-click the paint bucket tool, select the gradient tool, press and hold shift and drag from the top to bottom. And you should have a cool little background. Okay, guys. So, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you watching this. The logo is basically done, so this is basically what the finished product is going to look like. So once you've done that, in order to save it and actually use it for your YouTube stuff, select Save. And just, I'll select desktop and I'll name it YouTube, I guess. When was it in caps? Okay. And then select PNG. That's the only way you'll be able to save your video. I mean your logo. It's the only way you'll be able to save it and upload it. So guys, thank you for watching. Click, comment, subscribe, and favorite. And as always, you've been flushed.